Backstage, the show where we sit down with local artists and international artists and find out what's going on in their lives and in their careers. On Channel 82, where Bermuda shines through.
Hi, I'm Mr. Magic, and welcome to another edition of Backstage, the show where we sit down with local artists and entertainers and find out what's going on in their lives, in their careers, and in general, what are they doing. My guest today, he used to have a business around on Court Street, and then he relocated. He didn't call me, he didn't write, he didn't even leave a message. I had to find out on Facebook that he did this. But anyway, he's here today on Backstage, my good friend, Gavin Smith. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, mate.
Yes, welcome to Backstage.
Thanks for having me.
So what is your official title with Chewstick?
Executive Director and founder of the Chewstick Foundation. Yeah.
You're the guy.
I'm one of the...
That should have been your title. Just right on your desk, the guy.
Well, it's been a while.
Yeah.
And it's definitely, become sort of my life's work and something I'm very proud of and passionate about, even still 12 years later.
Yeah, and that's good, man. And you guys, initially, when you guys started, used to be around, what's it, Sparrows Nest? Court Street, Reed Street.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because now, going on the Front Street, a lot of people's been like, they're on Front Street now. Which we haven't opened yet, but when we first began, we actually started at Hilly's on Front Street.
Hilly's, that's right, that's right.
We were there for about 3 months, and then we moved to Champions on Reed Street.
Champions, which I knew as Sparrows Nest. Yeah, Champions.
And a lot of people, that's kind of where we really
got your following.
Developed the model, tried, really figured out the open mic format. Yeah. And we were there for about 3-4 years, and then we moved from there to this room right here, actually. We were in Spinning Wheel for about another 3-4 years. Right here, it's funny walking back into here because a lot of the memories are coming back to what it was like being here, because this is really where we kind of really expanded the theory of how arts and culture and performance can be used to break down barriers. Because a lot of people at the time were like, you guys are going around Court Street, ain't no way we're going around there. Not only Court Street, but Spinning Wheel, because Spinning Wheel had
a bad rep. It did have a bad rep for a while.
Unfair rep as well, because this is one of the most historic venues of all time in Bermuda.
Oh yes, a lot of things have taken place here at the Spinning Wheel complex. Oh yes.
And the negative associations with it are just unfounded.
Well, there's that scenario of one bad apple.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there are a lot more apples in that barrel that were sweet enough to eat, but that one bad apple made the difference.
And just like, the regular sort of racisms and classisms and colonialisms.
All the isms that got in the way of it.
This whole area has been maligned for many years, purely based on those isms and schisms.
Yes.
Bermuda's got a very polarized society. And if there's anything that we've been proud of with the work at Chewstick, it's been really about trying to break down those barriers.
And you have broken those barriers. Trust me, you have. I've been to a number of your events, and you guys concentrate on every aspect, and we're talking about from the youth up. Yeah. Because my producer and I, we were talking earlier about the demographics that will watch this show, from 12 up. Mm-hmm. I've talked to people, their families say, yeah, my children and I, we sit down and we watch Backstage, and so I know from your aspect of what you do, you're developing the youth in all aspects of that entertainment field, the cultural field, whether it be poetry, spoken word, music, theatrics, the whole thing. So you left from Spinning Wheel and you basically went across the street, to that venue, and you were there for how long in that particular location?
We were there for about 5 years.
So basically, you don't have a 7-year itch, you got a 4 to 5 year itch in locations.
Well, it's interesting because it's one of the aspects I think it's going to be a part of Chewstick's history and even long after I'm around. Until we own something, I think we're going to always be nomadic.
So this literally is the Chewstick movement.
Yeah, for real.
It's the Chewstick movement. Now, you yourself are also known as an entertainer. Yeah. You play the guitar, you also play the drums.
No, I don't play drums.
No, I mean the congas.
No, I don't.
You don't?
I played them.
Oh, that's it. Okay, all right, let's get there. I was wrong. Who knew? Yeah. No, the reason why I say this because you and I have performed together one time at City Hall, did an event, and I got to sit in and play that. I don't want to say it's a kettle drum. I want to say the correct name of what that drum was.
It was a djembe.
A djembe, yes. Yeah. And I got to sit with Gavin, which was fun. I had really enjoyed that. I was the heartbeat. I got a standing ovation. by 2 people. They left. Anyway, no, it was fantastic.
Yeah, especially on the fly, it was nice.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It really was. So I got a feel for what you're about culturally, because people can say, "Oh, Gavin's an R&B singer." No, he's not. He's a cultural singer. You know, and it's life experiences that come out of this that you sing about and that you write about. Are you still writing?
Actually, funny you asked that, but yeah, you know, with creativity and you know, songwriting, it's always been my safe space and the thing that I went to deal with things that I was thinking about that I couldn't necessarily get out in any other way, and was always sort of my just my escape from all the noise.
Right.
And for a while there, for about a good, I don't know, maybe almost a year and a half, I had been in this sort of doldrums, not being able to write.
The writer's block, seriously?
It wasn't writer's block. It's just like, for me, I'll find a thread. It almost feels like someone's whispering in your ear.
Okay.
And then it just kind of like, oh. And the real discipline in it is to stop everything and
listen.
honor the voice.
Yes, honor the voice. Be still, be quiet, listen. Yeah. But you just kept basically talking while he was talking.
Being busy,
yeah.
being busy. And
yeah.
I think a lot of the work of Choose Stick, it isn't easy. And it just became all-consuming. And so I didn't create that space to actually try and figure out these songs anymore. But recently, like the last 3 weeks, one came and it was just like, gotta get it out. And
yeah.
so I, you know,
pen to paper,
went right in and it came back. So that was a real, it's always a beautiful thing to create a song, because I tell a lot of the younger artists, you know, it's a puzzle that you can put together any way you want. But you gotta finish it.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. That's funny. I'm only saying that because I just recently was in Boston for a while, and going to my treatments and so forth. They have this table with all these boxes of jigsaw puzzles, and there's this one puzzle on the table that everybody can just come in if you want, just put a piece in, put a piece in, put a piece in. For like a whole month, I watched this puzzle start from one corner to almost completion, but it's not completed. It's still a puzzle.
Yeah. It's
not a completed picture as yet. So I understand what you're saying with these youngsters and telling them that each piece fits in, but you've got to know. You can't put, as they say, a square peg in a round hole. You know, you have to put it in its precise way. No.
Yeah.
Oh, no. One thing I have learned with my experience over these last 4 months is never, ever giving up. The struggle was very difficult for myself, but I kept going forward because I had support, family, friends, you know, and God being on my side and keeping me focused on me getting better at what I need to get better at. And I know you telling these youth the same thing. They need to focus on what they're doing, be better for it, be better at it, and then they themselves will feel better about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll be right back after this. We're talking with Gavin Smith, the guy at Choose Stick. That's his title. I'm telling you, I'm going to make up a plaque, the guy. And we're going to find out what's going on with him musically, how he got started, where he's going, and the future of Choose Stick. We'll be back right after this.